Edinburgh in Scotland, and the work I'm going to show you today are pieces that examine the intangible, something that we don't have a material essence of, a property that has no properties. The first piece there is called Titled Dogfight, which actually examines the flight trajectory of a moth through a period of time. The 4 blocks themselves actually capture 3 seconds of time, and as the moth passes through this, it intercepts these almost fingers that then create frozen moments in time. The process for that is actually called subsurface engraving, and it's an extraordinary process which uses a laser to crack millions and millions of individual points within each solid block of lead crystal. And the next piece I'll talk about is called Nocturne. A nocturne follows the same subject matter of a moth. However, this is a more tangible and material-based piece. And it's the classic scenario of the moth and the insect flying towards what it thinks is the moon, but in fact it's a light source, and every day it could be a light bulb in your house. It creates this sense of familiarity. You recognise it, but you don't know why. The pieces themselves can be distinguished through an end profile, which shows you the moth at that one individual time. In fact, if you cut the whole piece in individual layers, you'd have very bespoke parts. No two parts will be the same. And the process for this one's actually been 3D printed, which is a fantastic, almost futuristic process that can print 3-dimensionally. If you imagine a printer working on single sheets, you imagine those single sheets stacking up upon each other, and only the black line that's been created then becoming a solid form. And the final piece is called Flight. Now, Flight is almost a homage to my first inspiration of Muybridge and Marie's when they were examining. They're pioneers of motion and movement, but they were examining individual stages and phases of time. What I'm interested in is actually the continual passage of motion from A to B, rather than just the individual, almost robotic times. This piece itself is made from kiln glass. It came from working with the pigeons. I work with the animal. I work by tracking exactly how the animal moves through time. So these pieces aren't made up. They're referential of the original source, which is in this case a bird. The final piece was then made in the Czech Republic at the Lhodské Studios, and they've made this piece which encapsulates a powerful object, a powerful movement, but a very strong and bold material of the kiln glass.